A Denver program that helps people avoid eviction is currently on pause. Advocates say hundreds of families who applied or have plans to may now not get the relief, at least not until December. The change comes now as eviction filings this year are on pace to be at an all-time high. Here's our Angeline McCall.
For tenants at risk of eviction in Denver, right now, there are fewer resources to immediately turn to.
And I think people are feeling stressed. People are figuring out, like, what do I do?
Marissa Molina with the Community Economic Defense Project says they received a stop work order from the city of Denver to distribute TRUA, or temporary rental and utility assistance.
To receive this immediate stop work order on Thursday caused a lot of confusion and frankly, a lot of hardship for the people who were already in the pipeline to receive support.
Molina says they had to contact 67 people already notified they would receive TRUA funding this month, only to share the program is currently paused.
It's tough, right, to be able to look at people who we deeply care about in our communities and say our hands are tied. There's nothing we can do at this moment in time unless there's a change in action here.
The Department of Housing Stability, or HOST, oversees TRUA and plans to cut $9 million out of the Denver budget to push into the 2026 TRUA budget.
We learned more at the end of last week about some of the challenges on the horizon for the TRUA funding.
Pat Noonan with Colorado Housing Connect says the city is making hard decisions.
And really what we're doing is focusing on how we can still provide them with the help and support that they need. Maybe it's through the state program, maybe it's through resources like tenant-landlord mediation.
In the meantime, HOST shared they're assessing which TRUA applicants to be considered high priority and trying to determine what kind of funding will be available through December. Molina says until then, the program is paused and also leaving families scrambling for rent due in just a couple of days.
We also just know that there's so many people in our community that are one emergency and one crisis away from being put in a position where they can no longer, pay rent. And we see that since the Thursday stop work order.
The city says if they didn't make this change in the last couple of months of the year, TRUA would only have been allocated $3 million in the budget for 2026.
But a budget question here. Budget was previously approved by City Council. Now it's getting changed. It's like they're borrowing from kind of next year to try to help this year. How is that landing with folks on council?
Yeah, I spoke with one council member, Gonzalez Gutierrez, over the phone today. She said her concern is really like that these dollars were allocated. Now they're getting changed. And you also have to remember this happened in a split moment on a Thursday, right? Organizations received the call to stop the work in distributing TRUA. And so there's a little bit of frustration there as well, right? Just the immediacy of this, as well as, what does this mean for families and the impact for those who are really reliant when we talk about other programs too. Jenny, SNAP, Medicaid, federal funding, all of those things. I mean, it's all coming really into the fold for so many people.
Okay. Angeline McCall, thank you.